Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. My website is twinflames3344.com. I do twin flame coaching, card readings. I'll do your numbers for you if you don't know what your numbers are. It's very helpful in synchronicities. And I'm also a songwriter. I've just released my first CD, and I wanted to tell you about it because 7 of the songs were written during my twin flame journey last year, and they carry my third energy. So the music will activate you and help you heal. So it is now available. It's available on my website in hard copy, also CD Baby. Electronically, it is available on CD Baby, iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon. Okay, so if you could support me in this, I'd greatly appreciate it. It is easy listening, ballad type things, talking about my heart and my love and things I've gone through. It's called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames, through my Twin Tower experiences in 2001 to the present. So, today is July 17th, 2017, the star. It's about all our hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. It's about being the star that you are. And the day adds up to a 34, which is the 8 of Wands. So that's about passionate communication, quick travel, maybe internet communication back and forth, but it is the arrows of love as well. So that's the energy for the day. I did look at my mail headings today. I haven't heard any songs yet today, but I did want to mention 2 videos to watch today. Twin Simplicity was really good. She was really on point today about our shadow side and the showing of our shadow side. So you might want to watch her video. And also David Mills was a good video for today about holding space for your twin and letting go, what that means exactly. And I'd actually written back to him something which was my own illumination after listening to him, so you might want to listen to his video. The perfect definition of surrender: to hold space, trust, so that your beloved can come to you in an organic way, that they already know their way home, they just got stuck in traffic behind an accident, so you let go and have faith, knowing they will get there when the traffic clears. So that might help you remember to trust and have faith. Okay. And Spirit's connecting with me. The mail headings I noticed today, and 38 seems to be a number coming up, which is the Queen of Cups. See it to believe it. Is it time to let go? And that may depend on your placement in your journey right now. At time 707, enjoy a special gift from us. Look at you, beautiful. Look at you, beautiful. At 7:38, since 38 was coming up, last chance, the choice is yours. And then rip, tear, and shred it up. And then at 8:11, ending, apply code new 20. So I always read that new to 0, to 0 point. Maybe someone's new to 0 point. So much newness this summer. And then 8:38, wow. New games you'll love. And then 8:49, and 49 is the 9 of Cups. In voice 2005, and I was picking up that you might want to think back to 2005 because there's something being connected to today, 7/17/2017. In voice 2005 from Angel Companions. So think back at 2005. or it may relate to something else to you, but let me know if something comes up from that. Free weekender, so be free this weekend. 8:55, now's the time to fill your basket. This you gotta see. 9/11, adventure waits. 9/14, and 14's an important number for me, but 14's also temperance. Tasting table to the next level. 9/17, LinkedIn. 10/22, you're now qualified for these savings, top offers. And then the last one, 10/43, your lifetime membership invitation is Motley Fool. Okay, and again, 38's definitely coming up, the Queen of Cups. And the Star, and again, 7 is the Chariot. And again, just tying this into the numerology thing, if you don't know much about numerology, we all have 4 permanent personal numbers as well as always temporary numbers. So if you know your personal numbers, it makes it easy for you to link certain things when you see those numbers. I've known my numbers since my early 20s, so it's been really helpful for me actually to remember a lot about other people just from one number. So if you're interested, you can just email me, and all my information is below. So the read today is for the Divine Masculine, and 38 just came up. This is for the divine, all the Divine Masculines, okay? The twin flame Divine Masculines. So regardless of where you are in your journey, you'll have to interpret it in that way, and it may not resonate with everyone, which is fine. So the underlying energy is the Knight of Wands. By the way, under that, there's some people fighting. So the clarification card for the Knight of Wands is Death and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So it's saying that this transformation may have been slow, but he's now ready to take passionate action. And Spirit's connecting with me on that. The other underlying energy from the mini tarot, this is Rider-Waite Mini, is Temperance. It's also the Sag card. So it's about balance and patience. Okay. We also got, and that's Temperance is 14, and then we have the underlying energy from the numerology deck is relationship change, and that's number 56. It's blue with the emerald star, which is the heart. Blue is the third eye to crown. Excuse me. The number on this is 56, and so that's an 11. It's a very spiritual number, but it's also the 6, love, family, and community, working through on the outer 5, which is change, freedom, sexual relationships, romance, children. So there's excitement on the outside and love energy on the inside of this relationship change. So, and it's 11, so it's, and the blue is the third eye, you know, seeing, using your intuition, seeing the truth, staying in your heart, and it's emerald, the heart, okay? Connecting the third eye to the heart. And by the way, nature's under there, so ground yourself today. And that's a 7411 also. And then another underlying energy you have from the Tarot of Sexual Magic is the Fool. Okay, so there's some freedom here. The Divine Masculine, the underlying energy is starting from 0. He's always got the you know, the bag on his shoulder, but I'm noticing it's not what it is. But when I first looked at what's in his other hand, it looked like someone's boot was ripped off their foot, and he took it like for evidence. So if that means anything to anyone, I just thought I'd bring it up. And you don't always notice in this card too, since it's the Tarot Sexual Magic, there's two people in the background having sex on the ground, and he's just walking right past them, not paying attention. And the card right under this one is where someone's just throwing somebody out of their life. They're like, you know, whatever. It's the Ten of Pentacles in this deck, but that's what it is. Or the Ten of Chalices, not the Ten of Pentacles. It's where the, you know, there's a woman just like, yeah, whatever, you know, go. So that's under the Fool. And then we have, as the underlying energy in Romance Angels, is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And keep an open mind is under that. Keep an open mind. Okay, so those are the underlying energies. The foundation is the Moon. And this is the Golden Universal Tarot. It's got this gold reflective quality to it, which is really cool. It looks different depending on the light that you're looking at it. And in this Moon card, there are 2 towers, 2 dogs, and I was going to say a crab, but it looks like a lobster. 1 lobster. You're my lobster. And the Moon does not look happy in this card anyway. There's 1 dog looking at the Moon. He's not barking, he's just looking at the Moon. And the other dog looks sad and kind of left out and going away. The clarification cards for the Moon are the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the Hierophant reversed. So I always see the 6 of Cups as the twins. It's about, you know, happy memories of the past, but it's, you know, the twins, it's really the past, you know, from day 0. And Spirit's connecting with me on that. 4 of Wands is about celebration of family and stability. And you notice there's 2 sets of twin flames in the 4. So it's about the Hierophant's reversed. So it's about either divorce or breaking a contract or living outside the norm. It's spirituality as opposed to structured religion. So it could be the Divine Masculine living with his children or by himself. Or it could be the Divine Masculine wanting to find stability with his twin in an alternative way. This is the foundation of this central issue, which is the Ace of Cups clarified by the 8 of Wands, which is today, the 8 of Wands. Okay? So this is new love being offered. It's self-love, it's divine love, it's spirituality. It's your cup overflowing with emotion. And the arrows of love. So really nice, and Spirit's connecting with me. It's just a really beautiful love, which is crossed by, I don't know if you want to say crossed by, because this is really beautiful too, the 2 of Cups and the Page of Swords, clarifying. So this is very positive. It's not a challenge necessarily when you have 2 such positive cards together, but it's the challenge of coming together. Here we have this beautiful spiritual love and an offer, and now here's the challenge of this beautiful love, of coming together. And I'm getting in this card the face of the lion above, and actually that reminds me of Archangel Michael a bit, but it's a very stern face with wings, right? So like Archangel Michael is hovering over. He's very stern. And the look on the face of the masculine in this card is actually worried. He has concerns because he wants this to be it. So naturally he's concerned, because this face above him is hovering and reinforcing the importance and responsibility of this kind of love. And the Page of Swords is clarifying him wanting to begin communication. It may just be a start, but it's something. It's like, you know, an immaturity in the way you speak. And it can also be children that, you know, there are children involved in the situation, so the coming together of the two cups may not be as simple as it could be. Okay? But still a very positive central issue. In the recent past is the Nine of Wands. So it's the wounded warrior defending all of their wounds, but still having a little fight left in them. And it's saying this was so, and Spirit's connecting with me because of these two clarifiers, the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups reversed. So it's saying like there was this really beautiful love offer that was dumped out because he was defending all of these wounds that he's had, that he had no real fight left in him, and it was hard for him to trust. The look on this guy's face is really dejected, like I just can't do anymore. And he's giving up because he's like, I have to start again. I just can't do this anymore. What's in the Divine Masculine's head and heart is his usual logical self, the King of Swords, right, which is also an air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. He's working on mastering his thoughts about this love and the secrets and the wounds and the relationships, trying to put all of this together with this going forward passionately. It's clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Emperor and that Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, so it's letting go of an over-emotional water sign and his control issues, or another father-type figure, an older male, who's very controlling. He's letting go of all those wounds. He's letting go. And he's in his logical self right now. What's in the near future is the world, completion of his life cycle. And he has the world at his fingertips. But it's saying be careful, be discerning. The clarification card is the Nine of Cups. So wish granted in the near future. The world, and the animals were coming up in the world card, so you might want to connect with your spirit animals. But they're just saying to be careful and be discerning about other people and entities that may come toward you. Make sure you only ask for vibrations of your level or higher to come into your space. the way the Divine Masculine is seeing himself is the Nine of Cups. So he's feeling very satisfied with himself. It's clarified by the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay, so the King of Swords is very much the Divine Masculine. It's in his head and heart. So in using his discernment and using his logic and having control over his thoughts that he's so good at, and adding a little bit of love to that in the Page of Cups, or even a child. But it is a message of love. Makes him feel very satisfied. So maybe even in the 5D, if you've been detaching yourself, maybe you let a little message go through. Maybe that was very satisfying for the masculine. The environment for the masculine is the King of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands reversed. So the environment is the King of Cups, which is about mastering your emotions. Now in this one, in this deck, the King of Cups, he's a little disheveled. He's not all neat and tidy. He looks like he might have been up all night. He's still thinking, he's still deep in thought, but he has mastered his emotions. And it's about the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands reversed. It's like saying he knows there are no options, that I have all options. I have no options in that all my dreams are possible. And that helps him master his emotions. Could also be a water sign around the Divine Masculine, a friend, a brother, another kind of relative, but there is a loving friend who's a water sign or has those water sign loving qualities. There's a lot of cups on the table today. So you have the Ace, the Two, the Nine, the King of Cups, and now the hopes and fears is the Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups, so he's out looking for that ninth cup. It's clarified by the Six of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands. So maybe his fear in going out and finding that next cup is that he may offer something and not get it, or not get the attention that he wants. Or maybe that now he's not getting the attention that he wants, and he wants to go out and make an offer to get that next cup. And going back to the King of Cups, the clarifications for the King of Cups are lying on top of the Romance Angel cards pulled, which are playfulness and engagement. So that's really nice in combination with the King of Cups. The engagement card says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And it shows a couple who looks very in love and committed to each other. And then playfulness is to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And again, they're two young people being affectionate on a swing and just being free, just being themselves. The Spirit's connecting with me. And then the outcome for this read is the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Wands reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. So he's still having to juggle, but it's about bringing balance. There's nothing behind him he's hiding in this deck. He's just out on the street in a neighborhood, putting on a little show. But the look on his face is like, I won't have to do this anymore soon. It's clarified by the King of Wands reversed, which can be someone who's just exhausted or someone who's pissed. And then with the Three of Cups reversed, which can be a deception of a third party. But it's also a celebration card reversed, so not celebrating. So he's too tired to celebrate. He's juggling too much. But he has to do this, because this is going to get him where he needs to be. It also can be gossip, and he's pissed about it. And tired and pissed about the third party situation in his life. But he's doing this last bit of juggling to deal with all that. Now the clarification cards around the juggling act, we have on his left side, so the feminine side, he has the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Chalices on the feminine side. This is the Tarot Sexual Magic. Which just says to me that's the feminine side is looking back at a past love, an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I noticed in this card today that when she looks in the mirror, she sees a military man. So, yeah, that's very interesting. It could be a shadow. It could be the divine masculine seeing himself in a past life with this person, or just seeing a military background that's being mirrored back to him. Or maybe that the divine feminine was attached to someone in the military who he's seeing, and he's very attached, you know, he's having trouble letting go of this person. And it sits on top of the numerology cards that pulled. And again, this is the left side of the masculine. The cards that came up, 4 cards actually came out. Self-discipline, which is orange, sacral chakra. 41 is the Ace of Cups, so it's reiterating the Ace of Cups that came out, and the sacral chakra, and the heart in the middle. And then we have Love came out, which is the blue card. Okay, blue is of peace and the third eye to crown. And both are blue. The star and the card is number 6, which is love, the lovers. Then we have teaching and learning, number 57. Okay, and 57 is actually the Three of Swords, and it's reversed. So that can be healing with the Three of Swords. But it's also showing you in the numerology deck, the one that's reversed is the most important, and this is teaching and learning. Above love and self-discipline is teaching and learning. Okay, because that's why we're here. And it's purple. Use your intuition, use your third eye. Love is about communication, and it is more blue, like third eye to throat chakra, because the throat chakra is a lighter blue. So speak from your heart. And the last one, follow your dreams, and today is the 17th star card. Follow your dreams. It is a teal, which is, or an aqua kind of teal, which is high heart coloring. It's 85, and the middle is pink, which is compassion. Okay, compassion, high heart. Follow your dreams. 85 is 5, of change, freedom, communication, sex, romance, children, all of that excitement inside, working through strength on the outside, power, control. The control in a love aspect as opposed to a wanting to control others aspect. It's inner strength showing on the outside. That's it. So follow your dreams, with self-discipline, love, and teaching and learning. On the right side of the juggler, so this is the masculine side, we have the Temperance card, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, and the Pentacles. In the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Okay. So depending on where you are in your journey, the masculine may be married, he may be committed, but it's about, you know, real romance and the truth of the situation in a marriage, and about wanting to find balance and wanting patience. And this, in this marriage card, it's very narcissistic because there's two women in the card, and he does not look like a nice man. And that's not who he wants to be. So it's really about the divine masculine coming to terms with the duality in his nature and how to balance the duality in his nature. What is it on both sides that he wants to show and be in the duality in his nature? Because everyone has a shadow side, and I like that the juggler came up today and talking about Jen and Twin Simplicity in her installment today. So watch that, because it's talking about the duality in our nature. And someone had commented on one of my last videos too about the fact that we're not supposed to be judgmental. As long as we're human beings, we're going to be judgmental. And as you ascend, you become less so and less so, but it's organic. It's not because it's forced. And Spirit's connecting with me on this. All of this process is in divine timing, because you can't all of a sudden make yourself wake up and be something that you're not. We all have duality. We have a light side and a dark side. And it doesn't mean the dark side's awful. It can be. But it doesn't matter, because it's still our experience. It's still the experience we're meant to live and perceive and grow from. So, you know, don't judge yourself for being judgmental. You're always going to have judgment, even though you don't speak it. You don't need to. I mean, part of the journey is learning that you may have judgmental thoughts, but you don't need to express those judgmental thoughts, especially if it has a negative impact on someone else. And maybe if you have those negative judgments of somebody else, it's just inner work that you need to do, and you need to recognize where that's coming from. Why did you feel the need to judge that person in that way? I mean, even when you tell someone they're beautiful, that's a judgment. So it's not that all judgments are negative, but we'll always be judgmental. That's in our human nature. But it's about balancing it until you get to a point where you truly aren't judgmental, because you truly do have an open heart for all beings. And Spirit's connecting with me on that. And that's why I brought up before too, like, as far as getting too excited or too happy about things, which, you know, everyone wants that, you know, that high, right? But it's about balance. So if you go to that high extreme, you're going to go to the low extreme. So you're going to experience both. So if you want a more loving existence, a more temperance, you want to temper those extremes so that you don't go so far that it's really hard to get back to 0 point, if that makes sense. Okay, so I did pull and I just wanted to bring up too the connection between the suits and the cards that were just read. So the jugular, the jugular, maybe that wasn't an accident. I think that meant to come out. Someone's going for the jugular today. The King of Swords is next to the Two of Pentacles, so he's being very logical about the way he's balancing things and figuring things out. It's like a plan. And then we have, you know, leaving the old wounds behind for loving themselves first and wanting to have that true union and the world at their feet so that they can go out and find another cup, which is the continuation of the twin flame relationship and union and journey. And then he is being inspired to move in a passionate way about things that have been hidden so that he can be satisfied with himself and master his emotions and feel playful again. And there are the major arcana in the read were the moon and the world. And that's it. The moon and the world. So there needs to be some illumination of things that have been hidden in order for the world to complete the cycle. So I pulled the oracle cards for the Divine Masculine in the Ascension deck. And I got two cards, Sirius and Buddha. Okay. Buddha is number 33, which is the Christ vibration. 33 is a 6, which is love, family, and community. And the double digit is a power number. That's why it's considered the Christ vibration. It's about sacrifice. But remember that what's meant by that is not sacrifice for the sake of sacrifice, but, you know, like how you sacrifice for your children is not really a sacrifice, because you do these things from love. That's the Christ love. It's not about sacrificing. You don't need to be everything for everybody. You only need to be authentic in your love. Okay? And the affirmation for Buddha is, I am one with everyone and everything. And it reads, when you draw this card, Lord Gautama, who became the Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. You're ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and to view the world from a higher perspective. You are asked to live in total harmlessness with all things. This creates safety for you, for all creatures will love you and feel safe with you, like my pet ants. And by the way, I've been seeing lots of bird couples around. I have pictures of two birds hanging out on my railing in the front, and when I was lying out back, there were two birds up on the wire watching me. So lots of animals in twos. If you look around, you might see that. Your guidance is to remember that we are all one and to treat each person, animal, and sentient being as if they are a beloved part of you. And then Sirius is 17, so how appropriate for today. And 17, you know, is the star card, but it adds up to an 8, which is about strength, inner and outer strength and power. Love, strength, and power. It is 7, which is the spiritual, quiet peace, working through leadership on the outside. Okay? Because 1 is about masculine, being selfish, and being focused. So it's leadership abilities, but with a very soft, spiritual, and beautiful inside. The star system of Sirius holds 12 of the universal keys to enlightenment and ascension. When you access and comprehend them, you become a master of the universe. This card invites you to visit the training schools and universities of Sirius in your sleep in order to develop your higher mind, access the spiritual laws of alchemy and magic, understand sacred geometry, and tune into angel sonics and higher dimensions. This is an opportunity to learn through the inner planes about spiritual technology and bring it forward for the new golden age. So when you go to sleep, you just ask to be brought to these places. You might want to ask to go to the organic place, but you might wake up with some new enlightenment. The bottom of the deck, in case you're interested, is the Mahatma energy, which is number 6, again, love and lovers. And the affirmation for that is, I invoke the Mahatma energy to flow through me. That has to do with the Christ Buddha light. So we have Buddha again. And that of the 12 rays. It's a high frequency group consciousness to draw from this pool, okay? To enhance yourself. So that's why they're saying, you know, to connect with the higher realms in your sleep. It's the golden white Mahatma energy. And you can draw that light into your heart as well. The gold and white, sparkly gold and white light. Draw it in like a beam of light through your crown chakra. You know, wrap it around your heart and then diffuse it out through your body and then out through your aura and to the world. Send it to others to accelerate their ascension. I invoke the Mahatma energy to flow through me. And if you're interested, Paul the Venetian's under there, which is 37, which is the King of Cups. In the past life deck, the Divine Masculine got farm and wisdom. So again, this has come up before, you know, how much wisdom comes from living a simple life and grounding yourself with nature and animals. And there are horses specifically in both of these cards. One's a unicorn, but horses. And the underlying energy, it has to do with Asia. And I have to say that as soon as I saw that card, the Tang Dynasty came up for me, and the picture in this card, she looks sad. And I immediately got that the Divine Masculine was a female in the Tang Dynasty. But it was not a happy life because of their father, which is underneath Asia. But maybe that had to do with a life on the farm. I don't know. But also it could be with being the feminine. She's very noble in this picture. She might have been one of many of the king's wives. And a very and Spirit's connecting with me on that. And she was very unhappy. And actually this has come up for me in connection with someone I know from that time period. So maybe the Divine Masculine knew their Divine Feminine in this life. And then from, I'll do the journey. Whoops. I'll do that one last. I pulled from my French deck. I pulled a card for both the masculine and the feminine. The feminine got this card. I love the butterflies on this. I don't know if I can get it. There you go. The butterflies are so pretty. Has to do with, it's called bewilderment. But it's just reminding you to stay out of your head and stay in your heart. Big reminder for the Divine Feminine, okay? For the Divine Masculine, got two cards from this deck. L'action, for action, and then this one. Whoop. This one is the long view. Sorry, it's hard to see. The long view and action. I'm going to tell you exactly how they read. The long view for the Divine Masculine says, put focus on your intuition for a new vision. So the Divine Masculine learning to use their intuition above their logic. And then taking action. Be ready to act concretely, and the difficulties will tend to vanish. So stop vacillating and just make a decision. Be concrete. Okay? So use your intuition, and that will help you to stop vacillating, actually, for the masculine. Using your intuition instead of your logic, because your mind will make you crazy. If you start thinking about everything, drop into your heart, use your intuition, and it will become clear what your decision should be, and then you can take action. And just for both the divine masculine and feminine, the bottom of the deck was the mask. So it's about, making sure that you show your true self on both sides, your authentic self. And that under that is about learning, teaching and learning. Okay? And then for the journey of love, we got man of the earth, woman of the sky. It's number 48. 48 is that 8 of cups, which is the in the hopes and fears spot for the read. And I'm going to read that to you. The bottom of the deck is beauty, which is 58. Okay. And under beauty is within nothing, there is everything. So man of the earth, woman of the sky is 48. I see myself in you, and you in me. We may seem to be so different and sometimes yet so similar. Even beyond this, I know deep within that we are one. I can lose myself in your light and receive your light with my body. I can witness the darkness of your shadow and enter into it with my compassion. I can find the divine in our connection, letting go of what I thought I was. I can be broken apart to become one with you, even if only for a second, and know the divine more intimately than ever before. Our passion leads us to each other, and in each other we find our true selves. This oracle brings you a message of sacred relationship that leads to divine understanding and experience. You're being opened up to sacred relationship, either in your current relationship or one that is on its way to you now, in human relationship and in divine relationship with the heavenly beloved. Know you are worthy of it, and keep a light of gentle hope and respect kindling in your heart as you anticipate the union with your beloved. Know that even when it is dark, when it challenges you, there is sacredness unfolding. The love of the divine wants to reach us, not only in our happiness, but also perhaps more so in our darkest hour. Let it reach for you, and Spirit's connecting with me, let it reach for you through your relatedness with another, and do not be afraid to be broken and opened, for in that cracking of what you thought you were, you shall begin to know what you are, which is heaven on earth. And actually cracking open came up twice for me, and once for me and once for my masculine. And here's the poem that goes with that. How rare to be born with a name of love, what challenges await that I must face, or voice to listen to from above, telling what I must embrace. Each day I walk a path unknown, with no regrets for where I've been. Each experience is mine to own, no choice is called to live again. How strong I am, I ask myself, the measured test unfolds each day, a blessing of enormous wealth, inside the gift which always lay. So just remember that, and it's reiterating what I was talking about earlier in Jen and Twin Simplicity's video today about the shadow side, that we have to integrate both sides of ourselves and not pretend to not have a dark side. Everybody does have a shadow side. And when we do shadow work, we're just digging into our subconscious to pull out the stuff that we push down, the other side, which is the opposite of the way we project. We always project the opposite of what we've pushed deep down. So when we can bring all that stuff up, you will organically become lighter and more spiritual and less judgmental and less shadowy. Okay, so we just become less and less. This is the journey, and it never stops. When you're in union, you continue to purify. So I hope that was helpful. I think that was everything. Yep. So enjoy your day. Don't judge yourself. Be the beautiful person that you are and spread your love. Okay? Have an amazing week. And rise and be love.